Hello YouTube. Wanted to make this video. It's been a long time since this vision happened. This was back in 2016 and it is now the year 2020. I feel an urgency to make this video because of the climate, and I don't really know why I'm feeling this urgency, but it's been tugging at me. Okay, so this is the vision. It starts, well, it's an open vision. So let me first describe what that is. People of God that read scripture have some knowledge that there's like dream visions and there's open visions. And I guess my best way to describe it is, when you're reading about the prophets talk about open visions in the Bible, they're awake and then they're transported into another realm or another time in the same realm. Well, that's what I went through. I came home, it was about 5 in the evening after a long day, and the kids were quite rowdy, making a noise, and they as normal. And I sat down, and immediately I was in a vision. I had my hands on a steering wheel and I was driving towards the mountains. Now, I don't know if any of you have ever taken a road trip and seen like the scenic route in towards California from the desert, but that's the route it looked like. I can't say where it was for certain, because just as those who describe visions normally, they're placed from the time that they are to this, and they're basically shown something as though they've already been there. And the best thing I can do is just describe from things that I've seen in order for me to relate what I saw. So anyways, so I saw mountains that matched the scenic route I saw towards the mountains in California from the desert. And I was driving and the children were in the car again, making the noise, the same noise, and I knew where I was and what I was doing. I was quite informed, but I was driving towards the mountain and anticipating something. I don't know what it was. I just understand the feeling. And the dashboard was well lit as normal, and the radio was on, and the kids again were loud, and all of a sudden the dashboard went blank. The cars in front of me lost their lights. My lights were out in my car, and it was me and my daughter in the vision knew at that point when the lights went out what was gonna happen, because in the vision we had known for some reason what was gonna happen. And looking back now, well, I'll get to that, but we anticipated what was gonna happen, and we tried to say I love you to one another because we knew what was gonna happen next. And what happened next was a large spiritual hand reached into the car from above, from the sky, and pulled us out of the car. Yes, I don't know whether or not we were in the spirit at that time and it was pulling us out, or it pulled us out body and spirit. But when the hand pulled us out, we could no longer speak to one another. Our voice boxes were taken, so we couldn't speak the way that we normally spoke. So I don't know, that leads me to think we were in the spirit at that point. And the hand pulled us out of the car spiritually. It was a large hand, and we went up, and I came out of my vision. And when I came out of my vision, I looked around and I asked my children, how long was I sitting there? And my children said, Mom, you just sat down. So that at the time seemed impossible, but I've come to accept that that's how visions work. It was a split second, but it felt like an eternity to me. It felt like I went through that whole scene and I lived it minute by minute. So yeah, I that's a vision. I don't want to add to it. I don't want to take away from it. I just feel like this is the time that I should release the vision. I never thought I would. I never thought I would talk about it, but besides with friends and family, but I feel like there's just something that's gonna happen. I don't know what it is, or maybe nothing, but not nothing, but maybe nothing for a while. I spent years not understanding what the vision was about, but I feel like there's just that time is just coming upon the earth, and I don't know what, I can't explain what that was, but I know there's a lot of believers out there that you're gonna speculate, and to that I want to say I'm in the same boat. That's all I could do is just speculate what that was, but that was a vision that was given to me. Thank you.